1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la.
Hey guys!
Hey guys! Hey guys!
La la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la.
The Hake Report. Not the fake report, but the Hake Report. Welcome to the HakeReport.com. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson, sitting in for the Hake Report today. He is out. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. He's doing fine, but just not want to take it easy and come back. All right, he should be back tomorrow. If the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. And so I have with me my producer, Nick, the anchor baby. He's here.
Hola, sí.
Hola.
I am Anchor Baby.
See, Mamma Mia. And Chris. And
What's up?
Chris is, I don't know what's wrong with him.
Too many things to count.
Amazing. My social media director. And Joel is there. He'll be popping in and out. The Dancing with Jesus Forever.
Yeah.
And known as a rapper. I wanted to Jesus rap with you sometime.
Sometimes.
Jesus rap.
The spirit
A
comes
rapping
over.
Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
Speaking in tongues.
Yeah, speaking in tongues. Amazing. You can get involved by calling 888-775-3773. 888-77-JESSE. The one thing I want you to know about me is that when I hire people, I'm always looking for the best in them, right? To bring in new ideas and new talent and new suggestions and whatever, especially with the millennials. But I also want them to become a bit of everything. And so these guys might not be aware, but they're really becoming radio talk show hosts and media news reporters and all that stuff. So I have them in the studio under the pretense that I need their help. Because the more they do it, the easier it becomes. And I'm building a network on the Bar Network of radio talk show host guys and reporters and all that, as well as designers in the office and social media. I like for all my staff to just be, just enjoy what they do, but yet be themselves so I can see what talent that I can use within the radio show, the organization, fundraising, media, everything. They don't know. I think they kind of know I'm that way, but I don't think they really understand that I am that way. Because I think that when you hire people, they should know, and you should know, so that I'm never dying, by the way, never dying, and never return. But let's say I want to go to Europe, because I ain't going to Africa. And I need them to take over while I'm gone, right? I need to be relaxed. Know that they got it. So you got to let them be and train them and watch them, and it's amazing. So Nick and Chris is here to talk about Pewdiepie.
Yeah.
Is it Pewdiepie?
PewDiePie.
Pewdiepie. For those who don't, and Pewdiepie is a millennial, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
For those who don't know him, tell the folks Nick, who he is.
PewDiePie is the most subscribed YouTuber of all time. He used to be the most subscribed YouTube channel. He was recently surpassed by some kind of music video channel from India, but he's still the
T-series.
That's right. He's
T-series.
Dang.
What does that mean, T-Series?
That's just what they're called.
That's
Oh.
the channel that's beat him, right? But
I see.
he's still the most subscribed YouTuber, single person, the most subscribed person on YouTube
Right.
of all time. We're talking 103, 105 million.
And what make him the most?
I don't know. He's got personality.
He's a millennial as well, right?
He's a millennial from Sweden, and I think what started him off was he's a gamer.
Beta!
But gaming is very pop. He's a streamer, just like you, Jesse.
Alpha male.
And gaming is very popular on streaming on YouTube. So
For kids or adults?
for kids mostly. I mean, there's a lot of adults that watch him too, but it's mostly kids.
Oh, okay.
So I think that sort of launched him into, the popular culture and the mainstream. But I think it's just his overall personality is what's kept him going, because I don't think he does too much gaming now. I don't know. I don't really watch him.
He pretty much was the pioneer of Let's Play gaming. So he would play a game and then he'd put his face in the corner and then you would watch him playing a game. Now everybody does that. Now everybody
amazing.
plays a game and records themselves doing it. People would make fun of him, right? It's like, who wants to watch someone playing a video game?
Right.
I want to play a video game. People love it. He pretty much pioneered Let's Play gaming.
It's amazing how adults are attracted to nothing. Are you familiar with him, Joe?
Not really. Only when I came here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is he white or black?
He's white.
So he's white. He's from Sweden.
But
A real Swedish person.
Oh, yeah.
He's white.
Yeah.
Did they mention how many subscribers he had? Did you mention?
103 million.
Wow.
Most subscribed.
Maybe I better start with gaming.
I'm saying PewDiePie had his best year financially in 2019, best year by far.
Right.
And because he hasn't been gaming that much, he's been doing a bunch of other stuff. But the only thing he did different in 2019, he's just played Minecraft. He played some game. And he kills it.
Jesse, if you played Minecraft, this would take you to another level.
Everybody in there, mama. But it wouldn't be helpful to the soul.
Well, I was
It
saying,
would still be beta.
I was thinking that because in this game you can build stuff. I was thinking have the viewers build a church and then you do live church from Minecraft.
Oh.
Yeah, make your character.
See
in
how
Minecraft.
smart the millennials are? So what is Peter Pew up to now?
Okay. PewDiePie, I just saw his video last night, right? And he's always been around, but I don't really watch him.
Yes.
But I saw a video last night and it blew my mind because he was talking about simps. You ever heard the word simp?
No.
Man, a simp is basically a beta male. And he's talking about how simps basically worship women and they're betas to women, right? And he's talking about how don't be a simp. Simps are bad. Simps cause problems. And all his viewers, all his young little Zoomer viewers are like, yeah, no, I don't want to be a simp. And it blew my mind. I was like, yo, this.
So simp mean beta?
Pretty much, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it means you're a beta to women.
So did he create that word?
No. But he's definitely making it popular.
And the young people listening to that?
Yeah. Big time.
They love it.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's killer.
Now, so are mostly boys or girls?
Mostly men.
They are listening to the Don't Be a Simp.
Don't be a simp, and they're all for it. And he's about to red pill a whole generation of kids.
Huge.
So a simp is a male that is beta with women.
Gives
They
in to
give
them.
in to the women. They worship them. So this guy is talking about that?
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Here's the first soundbite.
Simp! 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 If you've ever so much even said a nice thing to a woman, simp. That's right, you're a simp. If you ever said, where my hug at? Simp. I got bad news for you. Simp. If you start shaking just by the thought of a girl being criticized, I got bad news for you. You're a simp and nothing else. It goes like this. Soy boy, cuck, simp. You're the lowest of the low. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Girls are stinky poos. Yeah, this is how it's been for millennia, eons. But now all of a sudden this guy has to come along and ruin it for everyone. I don't think girls are stinky poos. I don't think. I think you're a queen. Can we have sex now? That's you, simp. Pathetic.
Wow. And he's getting the attention of the millennial.
Like a lot. Like they're taking this and running. They're all over the comments. Anybody that shows any simp behavior, they call them out. They're like, simp.
Praise God.
It's huge. It's so good to capitalize on something like this.
It sure is.
When influencers like PewDiePie are telling the young people things like this, I mean, it can actually change people's lives. It's
Saving
amazing.
lives.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Exactly.
And Peter, what's the next soundbite, Nick? Peter.
Just some more on him. Just harping on simps.
All right,
just
one more
trash talking.
soundbite on it. Here we go.
But this simp problem has gone way up and beyond. getting a pedicure for my best guy friend ever. Now, if only I can find a boyfriend like this. Simps be simping. You better pack your bag and move to Simp City right now, because that's where you're spending the rest of the day.
Hey, Nicholas.
Yes, babe?
I think I'm ready. You know, to have sex.
I figured you'd say that, so I came prepared.
You brought a condom?
No, silly.
Nick. Kind of kinky.
I rigged this room with explosives. Premarital sex is a sin. Have fun running in hell, Beth.
Premarital sex? That's a big yikes. That's how you fight it. You blow them up with explosives. Now, I would never incite violence against women, but if they want premarital sex, you know what the joke is. I'm not saying it, so therefore I don't get in trouble.
Boom, just like that.
Whoa,
That's cool.
that's amazing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But don't blow him up.
Oh, he's kidding.
Yeah, no, don't do that. But that's
his-
amazing.
that's
No,
his humor.
definitely don't do that. Definitely don't do that.
But that's amazing, though. He's bringing that to the young generation attention.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing.
I thought you'd find that amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Joy, when you wear that,
No, I never knew that he was. I'm surprised though. Most people with that many followers don't speak that way.
they don't. But this guy's onto something. Didn't he get married recently or something?
He got married a few years ago, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, to an Italian woman.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's different from a white person.
I think
You
so.
know, they're all white. You know, Europeans, I would say those are white people.
So Italian people are the same as white people.
Yeah, I think so.
Do they consider themselves white?
I'm not sure. You'd have to ask an Italian person.
Not the Sicilians.
Yeah, not Sicilians. They're
They're
not.
darker.
Because the Sicilians came from the blacks, right?
I don't know. I think maybe. They are closer to Africa.
Yeah, I think that's a mixture of black and Italian thing.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah,
Oh, amazing.
I'm not sure.
The mafiosi come from Sicily.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, mafioso, assassino.
See, that's why they're so violent.
Mm-hmm.
And mixed with the black.
That's what happens. You got at least people know. At least people know.
Amazing. Anyway, thank you guys.
Yeah, no problem.
That's,
Thank you.
Those are my experts, folks. And in training and don't know it. In training.
Don't encourage me.
Now we know.
888-7753-773. 888-77-Jesse. Let me go to Mike out of San Antonio, Texas. Mike, welcome to the show. Thank you for holding.
Oh, no problem. How you doing?
Hey, Mike, how you?
I'm doing well. How you been?
All is well, man. How you dealing with this coronavirus thing?
I'm living life. I'm going on the airlines and buy me some cheap tickets once this stuff is all over
Load up.
and load up. That's it.
That's true, man. So what's going on?
Well, I was going to just comment if I could first. And this is just me thinking. Put my system down a little brain,
Yes.
or people may question it. But have you noticed that disproportionately all of these people coming down with these things are movie stars, basketball players, prime minister's wife. I don't know. I think it's all a scam to get people more scared because we're not seeing any regular people dying in the streets like the media is almost seems like they're hoping for that. It's almost like you almost can predict the rapper is going to be next because these guys are very unintelligent, pretty unhygienic the way they dress. Very controlled, and really unduly and unwarranted worship from the media. I mean, the young kids would say, oh, wow, the rapper got it. I just don't believe. Oh, now all of a sudden KD had it. And I saw Idris, that black guy that's an actor from England. I think he's African, but he's from England, and jumped out right away. I said, this guy's not telling the truth. But anyway, that's just my perspective on that.
I can honestly tell you, you might be onto something because I noticed that when they show those so-called entertainers and actors talking about having it and blah, 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 I don't believe it. It just seemed it seemed like a setup.
It seems coerced, doesn't it?
Yeah, because these people don't stand for anything that's true. They don't stand for anything that's right. They don't stand for anything that's good. And so why all of a sudden they're bringing those people to the forefront? It's something going on behind the scene that we're not allowed to see at this point, but something is happening, and it ain't for the good.
And they treat them as like they're demigods. So the only way to really get people's attention is to bring their sports gods, their political gods, and their actor gods to have this thing. But I was going to say that I think the good part of this is I know I worked on these systems. They call them just-in-time systems that we have.
Yes.
We're going to get away from that name now. I mean, before, we had our supply line, at least when I did it over 30 years ago, worked with was at least in the, Western Hemisphere. But to have a supply line all the way to China and all those places makes no sense. And now we can start to bring things more closer to home. So building our factories, even in the inner city, you could have some warehouses. Tax payroll cut. Once we start cutting these tax payrolls, people are not going to want to go back to paying these taxes they don't even know.
That's right. Yeah, you're right about that. Also, I heard, I don't know how true it is, but 90% of our medication come from China. And then now China is threatening us in some kind of way with this stuff. I think it's so good that that's happening so the country can see that going on, and then the president bring that back to our country, as you just said, put people back to work. Because once people see that, they're going to fight to keep it rather than just let the government send it back over to China.
Exactly. And then I'm buying locally, helping out the farmers more.
Yes.
People are homeschooling them, their kids out of school. They're going to see it's not that hard to do, and they're going to see their kids like it better. So this President Trump is a genius. He's turning this thing around that they tried. My opinion is they're creating this false pandemic that's going to go right. He's doing some mental and political jujitsu on them and using their weight against them.
Yes.
And I think if we just keep our cool, and then you pay attention to what you should buy, as far as, this market, because there's a lot of buys out there now that things are going down.
Yes.
You'll come out of this thing much better than before. And, the people that pay attention and not just depend on the media to scare them to death.
Yep.
But just my perspective on it, I see this as going to be shown as the biggest hoax in history. And the people that propose this hoax, if you got any sense, you're going to never listen to them or never want to have nothing to do with them again. That's mainly the media and these politicians.
I totally agree. And I love the way the president is dealing. He's so calm and collective. But he's aware of what they're trying to do, and he's really making America even greater. He's an example, Mike, of how we should deal with issues without overreacting to them, but to overcome them. Because while the people overreacting, you can see what to do to overcome the situation.
Oh, exactly. And I'd just like to say one thing on those systems so that people know I actually did work on them. I'm not just running off at the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
It was a 30-90 system, and you can almost equate the just-in-time situation with a water heater. I always do that. Okay, you have a water heater that gives water all the time. Those smaller ones?
Yes.
It's just in time. You have a bigger water heater that maybe have 50 gallons of water. It's kind of inefficient. But if you lose your water, you have 50 gallons in that tank, as opposed to this just-in-time water heater work.
Yes.
You don't have anything there. So think of it that way. And that's what we've been doing. We've been doing these instantaneous kind of water heaters where we get in our supply. I can't believe how far our supply line was. Like I said, when we worked in the Western Hemisphere, this is insane. He's exposing all of this. But and the wall was going up even more. There's some border wall in Texas that they're putting up that wasn't even proposed, but they can't complain about it because we can't let coronavirus folks in.
That's amazing. It's amazing to see all this happening, man. It's just mind-blowing. But one thing I do want to tell you, I didn't know how bad it was either. I didn't know that they had given away so much of our country to the rest of the world. I knew they were doing it, but I didn't know how far down the road they had gone with it. It's absolutely amazing to see that.
Yeah, it's enlighten everybody. If you don't want to see now, you just want to be asleep.
Yeah.
It's like you want to be asleep. So,
Yeah.
You know, it's woken up people who want to at least have some curiosity.
That's very, I don't know what to say, man, but amen, because you're absolutely right. That's why I tell people to calm down, stay still, observe. Even with the president, when he first won, I'm like, look, this man is going to be amazing, but don't get into him. Have a little space there to watch, just watch and watch without judgment, and you will see what's going on. And that way, if he does something you don't quite understand or you disagree with, you won't turn on him because you will see what's going on. And this man has proven that stillness work, that you can overcome, because these folks have been doing, the media, the Democratic Party, the Never Trumpers, the rhinos, I mean, they have been doing everything to trip him up, to turn the voters away. But yet the people become closer to him, and he's brought America back to its natural state of being more than any other president or human being I've known of since being on Earth.
Yeah, he's like that dad. I was talking to a friend of mine. So he's like that dad. He's getting us prepped. Okay, he's going to be here 8 years. Say you were 10. Now you're going to be 18 when he's gone. And he's that dad just getting you ready for the world. And the Democrats, all those moms that are jealous of the relationship that we have with Dad.
Yes.
And just follow Dad, and just he may be off on something, but if he is, he's always come back and say he was wrong, and just follow him. Like you said, leave a little distance. Like I tell my kids, leave a little distance between me and you too.
Yes.
Because they'll use that as an excuse to do something wrong. They do that all the time. They say, well, Dad, you did it, so I say, well, so I'm going to make a mistake. That gives you a right to live a mistake.
That's right. That's amazing. Absolutely right. Mike, I appreciate your call, man. It's good to hear from you.
Oh, okay. And, hey, people I've gotten some tickets under $100 all over the place. Go out and get some tickets. This thing will be over. It'll be over. Life will go on.
It's definitely a good time to buy homes and whatever you want, because the interest rate is so low. And I think, I could be wrong about this, but I think the Democrats are going to try to keep this going at least until election time in order to try to get Trump out and put in Biden or someone. But I don't think it's going to work.
It's not going to work.
So that way the people, those who have saved their money and they're ready to invest and do all that, now it's the time to do it, because what goes down must come up again.
Exactly. Perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
They always say don't let a good crisis go to waste. We need to do the same thing.
That's right.
But we use it for the good instead of the bad.
There you go. Amazing. Thank you, Mike.
All right.
Appreciate
All
you,
right.
man. Wise words. Wise words. And if you're haven't already saved, start saving, folks. Save 10% of your earning. Live off the rest. And put that 10% away, not for emergency, but to invest. And invest in a little land. Everybody needs a little land, you know what I mean? Buy yourself a little house or something, and then that house will grow in value. You can refi, buy another house or apartment building. You can refi that after a while. Refinance, meaning you can refinance it, take out the money that has the house has improved from. You know, it costs more. I forgot what they call it. It costs more. Take that little money out and buy something else. And one thing leads to another. You don't have to go to school for that. You just have to have common sense. Sion is out of Georgia. Oh, yeah, the interest on the home. Thank you, Nick. That's the word. So when you first buy a house, let's say you buy a house for $1,000, and you keep it for a year, two, and then so that house has increased in value, and so you take that money, and then you refinance the house, get a lower interest rate on that particular house you have, refinance, and then take that money out and buy another one, right? And one thing leads to another one. And you should always buy some land, especially you men. You should own some land. Buy yourself some land. Sion is out of Georgia, on my mind. Sion, welcome to the Hake Report. Thank you for calling.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey,
You look great posting the Hake Report.
Thank you so much. I'm glad I'm on because you don't get a chance to call my show a lot, so it's good that you got through on this one.
Yeah, I did. I'm so glad. You're so cute to me. Okay.
Amazing. Now,
Yeah,
girl, all jealous.
I don't care. Judge me, judgers, but yeah. I
That's
love
right.
you. Okay.
Thank you.
I just was calling about the virus
Yes.
that's going on.
Yes.
Okay. I've shaken my boots when I talk to you. So
Oh, no.
there-
Just calm down. It's just Jesse.
Don't say that. That makes it worse. Not just Jesse. Okay. I don't know if it's a political game,
Yes.
but you still have to be careful.
Right.
Jesse. Okay? Because you are in California and there's a lot of illegal viruses already.
Yes.
So you got to be careful. Okay?
That's a very good point. And so far, I haven't had to change anything because I was already washing my hands. I was already keeping healthy, already doing, being aware. And so I'm more aware now because I'm observing so much more. But yeah, you're right. It is something going on, but since we don't know exactly, it's best to be aware.
Yeah, just make sure you drink turmeric, ginger, and lime in the morning with
Yes.
empty stomach if you can.
Oh,
with
okay.
Tea, hot tea. I sent you some more hot tea. I just didn't want to get a shout out because always on.
It is so good, too. Thank you when you said that. I absolutely appreciate it.
What about the pen? Did you get the pen, the custom-made pen I sent you?
Yes, that's the one that I have now. You said that a while back, right? That's the one you said a while back.
No, the one I think somebody sent you with Donald Trump talking.
Yes. Oh, the
not
pen. The pen.
Mine is like a custom made, and it says "Keep America Great."
Oh, yes. I have that in my office. I thought you meant that tea. There was some more tea you said a while back. That is so good.
Yeah, I did.
But
And I sent another tea too.
right on.
for
Thank you. I have that pen up on my desk. I use it all the time.
Awesome, because it was a redneck, a real country red who made it.
Yes.
Here in Georgia, someplace. I told him it's for someone special, so he handmade it.
That's amazing. Thank you for that, Ciara. I totally appreciate it. I don't take it for granted at all.
And Jesse, one thing, I know this is the Hake Report, but I got the opportunity, so I want to get it off my chest.
All right.
Okay, so I still do your silent prayers, day and night.
Yes.
Okay, and it has helped me in a lot of ways. It keeps me calm, and when I work in my daily life, and I'm seeing changes, but I still can't get over my feelings for, my thoughts.
Well, don't try to get over them. Just observe them. Just observe them without any opinion about them. So, like when they come and you can see them or you don't see them, and you start feeling. Just don't freak out. Don't call it good. Don't call it bad. Just be the observer, and then you would see that God is with you, and they would no longer impact your life. They would no longer influence you. But while you're growing, if you get caught up with a thought, it's not a big deal. The fact that you would know that your inner thought is God allowing you to see it. So you are growing away from them, but have no opinion about it, all right?
Okay, that means I can't watch you for long because I really do think about you day and night. Okay, I'm trying to shake it off. I don't know why. I talk about you too. If I go out on dates, just dates, right?
I'm sweating.
Or
I'm
so
sweating.
constantly. Oh, I don't want to hear about Jesse. You know?
You got me sweating like the anchor baby.
Oh my God. Okay.
So when
And
you
you're
think
so
of me, what are you
confident.
thinking about when you think of me like that?
He's so cute. He's funny. He's charming. He's everything that a man, no matter what age you are, you know, that's lust. Okay. Oh my God, I said it.
Mamma mia. Listen, just let it pass. Don't, just with all things, just let it pass, all right? Not a big deal.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense?
I agree with you, and a lot of, I don't want to but the first thing I disagree with you about is Jesus. I told you that before, but still, I just care and love you, and I watch your show, and you're so inspirational. So.
Well, I appreciate your love, but what do you disagree about Jesus?
I am Coptic Orthodox, so I disagree that Jesus is God, the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit is one. So he is God. He is Lord. He's the Creator.
So you believe the Son of God is God?
Yes.
And why do you believe that?
I believe that.
Why?
He is the creator part of the eternity. Don't ask me back and forth. I don't want to go into detail. I just want to hold on to it.
But I'm not trying to take away because I don't want you to doubt it. I don't want you not to believe it unless you see it for yourself, not because I said it, right? But I want to know, why do you believe that?
It's everything that I've been taught from childhood. And it makes sense. He is the only one who actually rose, and he sits. He is the one that's coming to judge us and everything else. I'm trilingual. I can't explain deeply.
Yeah, but when he said that he is the Son of the Father, if he was God, why would he say, I'm the Son? He should have just said, I'm God.
Well, because maybe he's in a flesh, a human flesh, so he wanted to, I don't know. But just don't ask me that question.
Why you don't want me to ask? Why you don't want me to ask you that question?
I want to hold on to it. That I can't. That's the religion that I believe in. We all have something to believe in. I just can't.
I know, but do what you want, of course. But you shouldn't believe that just because someone else told you that. It's best for you to see it for yourself, because whomever told you that could be absolutely wrong. And once you drop your body, you won't go where you think you're going because you believe what someone said, not because you saw it for yourself.
It's just I can't tell unless he comes and tells us. But until then, I'm holding on to that belief. Okay. Let's just agree to disagree on that. I can't explain. I'm nervous as it is to talk to you, Jeff. So don't ask me.
Why don't you ask him to let you see what the truth is? He'll show you.
Okay, I'll ask. I do your silent prayer. So,
yeah.
And to show me the way.
Right on.
Can't, with you, Jesse.
Well, I really appreciate you and thank you for your support. And I'm glad that you were able to get through on the Hake Report.
Yeah, I'm glad. It's nice talking to you, too. And, okay, just protect yourself, okay?
I will. Thank you for that. And call me again.
I will. Love you.
Love you, too.
Bye.
God bless you. Amazing. It's not enough to believe it because someone said it, folks. Really, I know that that's what people have done. And that's why so many Christians are suffering, because they believe it because someone said it, not because they see it for themselves, not because it was revealed to them from within. You don't know if it's true until you can see for yourself. And I know that a lot of people, once they believe what somebody said, especially about Jesus and others, they don't want to not believe that. They don't want to question that because it feels like it's wrong to question it, right? But he wants you to question it. He wants you to know. He really does. What are you saying, Joe?
I was saying that it's hard for most people to leave it as I don't know.
Yeah.
because they don't feel confident in it. So they need something to feel confident in. So if you shake up, their belief and they have to just say, I don't know, it's not comfortable.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. And they don't want to feel uncomfortable.
Right. They want to feel grounded in something, even if it's a lie.
Amazing. Jesus said that my Father and I are one. And once you are born again, you overcome mama and return to the Father, you and the Father will become one. You will see what that means. He lives in you and he worked through you, but you're not God. Really. He said, why are you all carrying on over me? It's not me, but my Father in me. He does the work, right? Not me. In so many ways, he tried to tell you that he is not God. But if you believe he is God, how are you going to believe the Son in order to return to the Father? It doesn't make sense. And he also said greater works. He don't worship me. I'm not all that. Even though he was amazing, right? He said, greater works shall you do because the Father will dwell in you. And I want you to know he is inside of us. God is with us. Christ is in us. And the Holy Spirit. They're all with us, but for different purposes. All right? Just FYI. Thank you, Sion. Amazing card. Thank you for the gift and the tea and the pen and everything. I do appreciate it. Helene is a first-time caller on the Hake Report. The HakeReport.com. Helene, welcome to the Hake Report.
Hi, Jesse. It's Helene. I usually call your show, but I actually got through with the Hake Report. So
hey, how are you? This your first time on the Hake Report?
Yes, I tried before, but most of the time, like I said, I'm at work. I'm actually working from home. I told you guys what's going on in New York. Everything's the same. But actually, I called 2 comments. One, you had a conversation about over an hour and a half ago. It was with the young man from Orange County, and you were telling him about how he should forgive his mom and, move out of his mother's house.
Oh, that was Shane. That was Shane on my show.
It was Shane,
Yeah.
right. It was Shane. And then to piggyback on it, the next call was a young lady from New Jersey was talking about how forgiveness of your parents and what it can do and turn you around. And I just thought that, going back to Shane, it's just a shame. Like, moms think they're doing better, doing so great when they're loving their kids and protecting them from everything, but they're actually doing them a disservice. You can ruin your kids, especially the young men, because I'm seeing, normally girls, they want to leave. As soon as I got into college, I didn't even want to move back home. But, I understood. My dad was like, hey, stay home. You're a young lady. You're not married yet. But for the guys, I don't understand. I mean, I don't think that women, whether they're single moms, divorcees, or they're married, why they keep doing that to men. These young men are so messed up, most of them. Not all.
Not all. Most. But
Right, but you've been counseling it. You say it all the time, every day. And he said he was listening to you over a year, and I'm like, he's not getting it yet.
Well, the mothers, not all, but most of them know what they're doing. But what it is, they have an emptiness inside of them. The women have an emptiness because they too are yearning for the Father, and so they have an emptiness. And so what they do is turn their children toward them to fulfill, or it's a fake feeling of, to try to fulfill that void that they have. That's why they try to control their husbands or boyfriends or whatever. Because if the kids were to get away from that, to leave the mothers, it would leave a void in their lives. And they don't realize that that would be a good thing. The mothers don't realize it, because it will cause them to return to the Father. They're really using, that's why women have sex before, out of wedlock, whatever it takes to get the man, because they're trying to fulfill a void, an emptiness. It's a yearning for the Father, but then Satan tells them that, okay, just make the world rotate around you and you'll be fine.
Right.
But they never be fine. They still don't have peace when they do that.
You're right, because I said that years ago. I told you my story. Got married really young, out of college, and thought it was great. And then I saw that my ex-mom-in-law was completely turned my husband at the time and to her husband, because, you know, his dad had moved back to his country and said, hey, let's all go together. And she didn't want to go back. Oh, the kids are up here, you know, my grandkids. But, and I'm looking at her like, what? You know, I was totally, and I see what you're talking about. Over the, you know, like 15 years later, you know, my marriage went sour, and then I grew up, and then I found your show over a year ago, and everything made sense. So my daughter moved out, finished school, has her own job, and we check on each other, but we're not overkill.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, we got distance and we get along, and I've apologized to her, like I said in the past on the show, that it does. I'm at peace, and the peace is getting greater, as you said.
Yeah.
So I don't really worry about what's going on. You know, what's happening today with Corona, it's unfortunate. Whatever the president has, I mean, you've been seeing the bashing. Everybody wants to blame everybody about this. Who didn't do what?
Yeah,
but
well,
overall, you really got to look at yourself.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
an attempt to really take out President Trump. They don't want him to be in. But I gotta run. But thank you so much for calling the Hake Report.
You.
I appreciate that.
Hi, everybody. Thanks a lot.
Right now.
Bye-bye.
All right. Joya, I gotta dial a number, so you need to do whatever you gotta do. I gotta make a quick phone call, folks, and then Joel, I'm about to dial this number. Let's see. I think I hit here. No, there. What do I hit to get the dial tone? I don't hear the dial tone. Oh, let me hear the dial tone? Oh, okay. Now you can do it. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, now let me hear it ring. There we go. So we're going to be open the treasure chest on the Hake Report. I believe it's at 12 minutes. Is this the Hake?
Yes.
You're on the Hake Report. We can't hardly hear him now.
Wow. Yeah, I have an Obama phone.
Oh, you have an Obama phone. Hake Report has an Obama phone. So do you realize you're live on the Hake Report?
Yeah.
Man.
I'm watching. I'm a little bit behind.
So what?
I'm watching. I'm a little bit behind.
Oh. If you went on your speakerphone, would that help, you think?
Maybe. Let me try.
Try the speakerphone. This is the Hake Report I'm talking to. This is James.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Wow, speakerphone is better on my Obama phone.
So your fans want to know how you doing.
I'm doing well. I'm doing better.
Yeah. And when will you come back to work?
I think tomorrow's good, right?
Yeah. It's fine with me.
All right, cool.
And it's up to you, really.
What was crazy was that normally I wake up at 4 or 4:30.
Yes.
But I didn't wake up until I got a text from Nick asking me how to get into Streamlabs, and it was 6:02.
Wow. Yeah, I knew you worked down because you work all the time, man. You work like a white man.
Yeah.
So you needed a break, that's for sure.
Well, I appreciate you guys filling in. Don't forget to read the super chat.
Yeah, no, Joel, you have them? Yeah, we'll make sure to read them. Did you know they did a funeral yesterday, Joel, the black and brown thing?
On the end of the second hour, I heard something about James died. But I didn't see the shirt. I wasn't watching. I was listening.
Oh, yeah, well.
Kind of in and out.
Well, I would watch it before I return to work, so you'll be over the anger. You won't have to hurt them.
All right. Sounds good.
Nick was getting people to buy the sweater to pay for the funeral.
Yeah. Oh, that works.
But Hake is alive and well, and if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise, he will be back tomorrow.
Nice.
Anything else? Anything else?
Nope, that's all. Thanks, everybody.
All right. James Hake. Thank you, buddy. Bye. The Hake Report. Let me go to Richie out of Boston, Mass. Richie, welcome to the Hake Report. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse. How you doing?
All is well, Rick. Richie, how you?
All is well, Jesse. All is well.
Good.
James does work like a dog, I got to say. He's always doing something, that guy. And, you know, he needs a break.
Yeah.
He needs a break.
Yeah, I really had to just make him not come to work. I'm like, man, you need to rest because he's, as you said, he worked all the time. He's always working, trying to help and get this thing done and that thing. And I remember when he first started working for Barn, we weren't as busy as we are now. And he would take some time off, like a weekend or some, and let Friday, the long weekend, and go up to a cabin and relax. But he hasn't done that in a long time. And so you just have to make him take the time off now.
Well, just I know that he probably takes, he's one of those guys that probably just takes on too much responsibility.
He
may have, like, he strikes me as a guy that probably has trouble asking for help as well.
He might. I think he is like that a little bit. He's learning to do a little more of asking for help, but he does try to do all things by himself.
And that's generally not a bad thing. He's very responsible. I know some people like that, and I always say to them, don't be afraid to ask other people for help. It's not a crime, you know. Other people are there for you.
I call him Trump. I call him Trump Jr.
Well, Jesse, I want to wish Hake well, and he'll be fine. He'll be back. And he even said, make sure you read the super chat. So he has that mind. That's where he's probably going.
You're absolutely right. Thank you, Richie. I appreciate that, man. He'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for your call, buddy. Let me do this real fast. I wanted to read YouTube. This is from D. Bradley. Says, Trump, like Obama, is giving American free money. You can call it stimulus. You can call it bailout. You can call it whatever. It's still free money. Not for the taxpayers, buddy. If you work, they taking out that money from you. If you can't give it back to the American workers, then there's something wrong with that. Can you imagine how much money we give lazy people on welfare and having babies out of wedlock and having abortions and the money that we give to other countries? And if you can't give American workers their own money back, then something's wrong. And especially in time of need. In time of need, right? It's our money. It's not their money. And it's not for the lazy people. It's not for the welfare folks. It's not for abortion. So you need to stay off the pot, buddy, if you're on pot, because something wrong in your thinking. There's no comparison between the great white hope and the Donald Trump and the fallen Messiah, Barack Hussein Obama. Beta! This is Breitbart is reporting. Donald Trump not happy with Americans ignoring guidelines to stay home. The great white hope is not happy, according to Breitbart, with Americans ignoring guidelines to stay home. I haven't seen him. I haven't heard his response to that yet. I will check it out to see what the president really feel about it. I'll watch some of his news reports or something like that. All right. Are we ready for the D-line? Yeah. The super chat. Yeah. The treasure chest is open now. Not now.
No.
Oh. It's not my show. You tell it's not my show.
Yeah. At 55, we'll open the treasure chest. That's usually how James, the Hake Report, does it. But we do have a few of his super chats to read unless you want to wait.
No, do his super chat.
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to read James' super chats. Catch a thought with the diamond. A few diamonds. Nice. Rafa on super chat from YouTube. Coronavirus is a conclusion between China and Democrats. They want Biden or even better, Bernie in the office so they can suck the life and wealth off of America. Wake up. America. D. Mort the Third. Thank you. Says James. Phil Starr. Where would we be without women? In the garden.
Amazing.
Kevin Crater. Toe Rogan is 5'3". Amazing. King Alpha Nerd. Joel, get up off your knees, boy, and play that BJ story video from Brooklyn.
Get up off your knees, boy.
That was before the store opened, by the way. Amazing. Alejandro Davia. Rest in peace, Hake. We missed you already. Lin Yen Chin. Isn't Jesse being here going to be excuse for you two to pull Hake super chats?
No. We are on his channels, so his super chats go directly to him. Thank you.
Right. Willie Palomino. Nice tan, Hake. It's a good tan.
He also has good hair.
Giovanni A. Says here. Marcus Jones stinks. Jesse, ask the Lord to bring Hake back to us, please. It's too early to lose the good hair. Maybe he can come back with a new alpha back.
If ever we needed the Hake Report, Lord, we need it now. Bring back the Hake.
King Alpha Nerd. Tony done killed the stream. Amazing. It looks like that's all for now.
Treasure chest is open. That what that was?
No.
Oh, what was that?
You know,
I'm not used to doing the Hake Report, so yeah, all kind of stuff happening here.
I give you a applause. Sometimes I give Hake the boom.
Oh, that means good?
Yeah.
Amazing. And by the way, you see this T-shirt that says uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies instead of dividing them with. It's an amazing shirt. Go to rebuildingaman.com. My T-screen, right? Is that right? Yeah. rebuildingaman.com/store. Amazing shirt. Everybody want to know. They're going to stop you in the road. What does that mean? How are you uniting them with truth? What do you mean? What do you mean? And you'll be able to help them. It's getting a lot of questions being asked, all right? So check it out, okay? Yeah. You done?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
okay.
all.
Listen, you heard the Hake Report. You could call in right now, 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. They love you out there, James. I'm glad you're listening. And he'll be back, folks. He's fine. Just needs some rest. He really needs a rest. You have to force him to do it. I mentioned this story. Did you hear that Philadelphia ends jail for nonviolent criminals because of coronavirus situation? That's according to Breitbart. The Philly, Pennsylvania Police Department is implementing a new policy which accused criminal deemed nonviolent will be quickly released after their arrest in light of coronavirus. You know what? Y'all better protect yourself. This stuff, if this continue, it's going to be violent in the streets. And it's not a threat. It's not just a little, be aware, be warned, watch your back, make sure you have the Second Amendment in operation. Because if you ever needed the Second Amendment, you hear that the gun sales are going through the roof right now. Because people don't know what's going to happen with letting these criminals out of jail, and stores are running out of food in some cases, and people are going to go nuts. And the criminals think that, you know what, this is a good opportunity. And if they're letting these people out of jail who committed a crime, and just because they call it a violent crime, it should mean they broke in your car, they broke in your house, they broke into a store and stole up to $900 or more. You better watch out there, folks. New York let out nonviolent criminals, and they were rapists and killers. That's what my producer's telling me. That's not good. That is not good. These politicians are insane. They don't care about you. They are trying to do things to get money and power for themselves. That's all it's about. So don't let them take away your Second Amendment rights to bear arms, your freedom of speech. You're in America. And if you sit back and let them take it, the more you let them take it, the worse it's going to get. You see what happened when the blacks started falsely accusing white people of their issues. Slavery, Jim Crow. And the whites stepped back, oh, yeah, we sorry. Well, if you're really sorry, give us affirmative action. Treasure chest is open on D-Live on the Hake Report. Before I get to that, YouTube, Marcus Jones. Hola, James. We sit. That what it said? Oh, James is sick. LOL. Stop acting like he just needed rest. Oh, did he see James or something? Oh, he tried to say James had corona. That's funny. What a hater. It's amazing how people make up things and don't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Hater! D-Live on Treasure Chest. Oh, Treasure Chest on D-Live or something.
Not quite. So James usually opens it himself, and then he'll let us know.
Lord have mercy. James, you better come on back here. You better come on back here, boy. Listen, check out thehakereport.com. He has T-shirts up there, I believe. Support him. He's an amazing talk show host, busy man. He still helps out with my show at times. You know, he and Nick kind of throw things around. He helps out on everything that we do around here. So hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. What else? My show, check out my show, the Lee Peterson Show. And we are, JLPtalk.com, by the way. We are having a women's forum tomorrow night, Thursday night at 7 p.m. Now, I don't know if the ladies are showing up not because of this Chinese virus. But I'll be there. I'll show up, and if they want to come, we'll have our little meeting. Because for 30 years I've been doing this, and I have the same appreciation with one as I do with 1,000, right? Because the one that shows up is the one that's seeking the truth. They want to know. They want to overcome. And so fellowshipping together in the right way is amazing. And if you have not been to the Women's Forum, all I can say is you are missing it. It's amazing. So, Gerald, how did I do for the Hake Report today?
Oh, you did it.
Oh, what's happening?
It's crazy how it ran a little bit differently than the Super Chat stuff than your show.
I don't know when the Super Chat's happening, if they are or not, because James normally handle all that stuff.
Right.
But so Marcus Jones on YouTube, you need Jesus.
But the fans miss James, though. They're talking about in the chat. James, come back. So they don't want no Jesse.
That's right. They want Jesse on Jesse's show,
Right.
not on the Hake Report. But check out that Hake Report after stuff, too. You can podcast the show and all that good stuff. And Hake, is an honor to sit in for you, man. 4 hours of talk already. My show on for 3 hours. James for 1 hour. But he will be here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific time. My show tomorrow, every day of the week, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Hake shows 9 to 10 Pacific time, Monday through Friday. And Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Hake. And thank you all for supporting Hake. That's amazing. I really do appreciate that. Have a good day, and thank you for tuning in and calling in. I absolutely appreciate it.